Okay, so today is an interesting one. It's totally off the beaten path, but I want you to know I'm literally showing you one piece of actual clothing today. I liked this company enough that after they sent me one thing, I ended up purchasing 14 on my own. We'll get there. And on that note, I'm talking about Christmas gifts for my people. So if you happen to be someone that I traditionally purchase a Christmas gift for, you might want to like stop this video now. You can go ahead and give it a thumbs up, come back and rewatch it after Christmas. I think that would be a fantastic plan. But if you happen to be one of my present shakers, I see you, I understand, watch away. This company, TheJacket Maker, actually reached out to me and offered me a custom jacket to review. I ended up going through the website and I saw an amazing gifting opportunity for my family. After searching, I thought this Christmas could be like a Friends episode, the one where they all got jackets. They have so many styles, both ready to wear and custom design. That's the cool thing. That's what I really, really loved about TheJacket Maker. You can completely customize them. So for $50, you can literally create your own custom jacket. So you can change the size, and we will totally get into the sizing. Like, so mine is a custom jacket in that the sizing is custom because they did not go up to my size. So it would be $50 additional to receive my jacket. This is one that I found on the site. I left everything the same, but paid that extra 50 bucks for the custom sizing. But you can also change colors. Like I could have decided that I wanted this one to be like a beautiful burgundy, and they would have done it for me for 50 bucks. I could have done the sizing and the color, and it would have been a $50 charge. I could also decide, now this one wouldn't work very well because of the quilting on the back, but I could decide that I wanted a cool design put on the back or put on the breast pocket, $50. That's really what sold me. I didn't customize all of the ones that I'm gonna tell you about, but there are quite a few that I did, and I love that they have that option. So TheJacket Maker is headquartered in New York in the US, but the jackets are actually made in Pakistan. And one thing that I really like is that the leather comes from food sources. So rather than that go to waste, it becomes really awesome clothing. A good job, Jacket Maker. These are made from full grain leather, which is the highest quality natural leather. So it's not gonna peel, it's not gonna crack. And over time, it's gonna get a really nice patina, like from wear and our own natural skin oils. And that's one thing that I love about leather jackets. I may have told y'all this before, but my husband has a leather bomber jacket that he literally got. Actually, I don't know that it's bomber. It's a long one. I'm gonna have to figure out the styles. It's got a lot of wear to it, but he literally got it in high school, and we got out of high school a long time ago. And he can still wear it. Like, it needs to be conditioned every once in a while. He'll do some good stuff to it, but a nice quality leather jacket is going to last you. So the sizing, like huge asterisks here. Asterisks. Huge asterisks here. Asterisk. I don't know how to say that word, but this little symbol is where we're putting here with the sizing. Okay, so they have the size extra small to 3X. I have found the sizing to be pretty inconsistent. I have gone through the sizing on 15 different people, and I will say, especially where plus sizes are involved, the sizing is something that you absolutely need to look at. And so what I'm trying to tell you is you gotta measure, and you should measure again. And if you have any questions or you're a little bit concerned, you should write them. They're super awesome. They reach out and they'll kind of guide you through. They have some standard patterns. With a lot of my people, I'd send it out and they'd come back and they'd say, hey, you know what? You have the shoulder measurement here, the arm measurement here, and the waist measurement here. Like, according to all of our research on the way that people are, this measurement should be this. And like, most of the time they were right. There were a couple where they weren't. I have one relative that's super petite, and her arms were my measurement, not theirs. I love having that like checks and balance system, especially whenever it comes to something as important as measurements on something like this. Okay, so let's look at the jacket that I actually chose. You know what, if I was purchasing something for myself and I knew that I wanted a classic jacket, this is not where I go, but I really am trying to develop my own style and find things that are fun, that just make me happy. So I wanted something a little bit off the beaten path. So I went with this cafe racer style jacket, and it is pretty awesome. It's got some really cool quilted detail, like in the back, in the front, and then like 2 different places on the arms. And I just thought that it looked really awesome. And then the color is very unique. And then I want you to look at the inside. First off, like right here, it says custom size under TheJacket Maker, fully lined. It's a really nice diamond quilted. And then it also has 2 concealed pockets, which are nice and deep. And oh, that's something that I saw. I was actually reading reviews, and on the custom sizing, I saw people that added extra pockets on the inside, made their pockets deeper. Like, really, if you want to do it, there's a way. You can. I feel so cool in my custom jacket. It can be worn in lots of different ways. I'm gonna show those to you. This jacket has so much character. One of the things that really drew me to it was the versatility. I was really leaning toward a red moto jacket, but I can wear this with so many other things. I really love it unzipped and just kind of the angles of it. Look at the back. Super casual with jeans, total win. Nothing says edgy quite like pleather pants. I like the black and white juxtaposition. I think that it looks really cool, especially from the back. I think this one could easily go casual or formal, no matter what you're feeling or kind of the outfit of the day. I'm super happy with my choice. I'm really just wearing it in the dress that I wore to work. Bloom chic for the win. It has super sturdy hardware. There are zippers on both of the pockets. I really like it open, and I also love it half zipped. I felt like this was a really cool look with the top kind of open. There's nothing at all flimsy to this zipper, which I love, and it's something that I was a little bit concerned about. So the sleeves also have a zipper to make it, I guess, comfortable, and where you can open it in case you have any trouble getting your arms in or out. That lends it to more of a sleek arm look. I am pretty pleased with this guy. Now, I do want to tell you that if you ordered through TheJacket Maker, I get a commission. And I also got that commission on my jackets that I ordered, which sweetened the pot and made me decide that I was going to do these as like my primary Christmas gifts this year. I also placed the order before I received this, and we finalized it like right as this one came in. When it came in, my fears were completely alleviated, and I thought, yeah, this is gonna be some good Christmas givings this year. If I'm gonna be honest, I really thought that I was going a lot easier than I normally do. And it was a little more difficult than I thought because I had to get measurements from everyone. And one of the custom measurements is weight. And that's one that a lot of people didn't want to give me. It all ended up working out, and they worked with me pretty well on not having the weight on a couple people. But I do just want you to be aware of that. Of course, there's no problem with me sending it because it's between me and the business. But sometimes like your in-laws don't necessarily want to divulge that information, and that's okay. And then also, my family has a wide variety of styles. That's what makes us all amazing and unique, but it also made choosing jackets a little bit difficult. So we're gonna start with my mom, and I thought of several ways of how to do this, and decided that, you know what, my mom reminds me of Sophia Loren in her younger days. Looking good, mamacita. So Sophia Loren is a fancy trench coat, dressy coat kind of lady. She really loves black. I was kind of torn between these two coats. Ultimately, I decided to go with the quilted look. It seems very classic, but it also has a really kind of designer look to me. And I really think that she's going to love it. Fingers crossed. She hasn't seen it, but she might be watching it right now in this video. Mom, if you are, text me. And I do have to say that Sophia Loren wears a medium large, but on measuring herself, she needed an extra large, so be sure to measure. Sophia Loren is married to Mr. Kevin Costner, and he's kind of a wilderness man. I wanted to go with something a little more natural and rugged and kind of hone into his Dances with Wolves days. And so I went with like it's not fur, I don't know what you call it, the fabric-y top, that white fabric showing through, and then a lighter colored leather that looks a little bit aged already. I'm sure it's gonna go really awesome patina with wear, but I really think that this one totally fits the bill for him. I'm so excited to see him open it. So now my father-in-law, Brian Cox, is recently retired-ish, like super gray area there. He also loves hunting and fishing, working, teaching Bible study. He is a man of many talents. In this version, Brian Cox is super in touch with his Texas roots. So I had my husband help me, and we went with kind of this dressed up Texas businessman sort of look. It's got a little bit of vintage classic to it. I'm hoping we get a smile out of this one. We'll see. The one for both Kevin Costner and Brian Cox had to have the $50 sizing, not because I chose something new and unique on it, but because of the sizing. We just got back from Germany with the lovely Julie Andrews over here. My mother-in-law is incredibly involved with volunteer pursuits, especially at her church. Julie Andrews is also incredibly classy, and I really loved the way that this collarless jacket in beige looked. I thought that it's put together. It doesn't necessarily feel like a leather jacket, but it is, so it'll keep her warm. I really hope that we're going in the right direction here. Now, with this one, I had to do a custom order also because Julie Andrews may not look it on screen, but she's incredibly petite, and I had to shorten the arms like a good 4 inches. All right, I got 2 brothers. My husband has 2 brothers. This is about to get intense. first brother-in-law, Josh Brolin. This guy is an animator who loves Kung Fu. Ooh. Maybe I should have gone Bruce Lee. Josh/Bruce gets our first like custom jacket where I'm truly changing the style of it. I decided to go yellow with black striping to kind of hone in on Bruce Lee's style a little bit. Bruce and Josh are married to Rose Byrne, this is getting complex, who happens to be an attorney, and her signature color has always been black. Okay, so whenever I joined the family, she was already in, right? She was married before I stepped into the picture. Her signature color has always been black. I thought, this is easy. I'm going black moto jacket. But she just got a new job, and she told me she's trying to incorporate more color in her life. So for Rose, I was having a real hard time deciding between this blue moto jacket and this maroon kind of biker jacket. And I asked a lot of people, and it was kind of a 50-50. We went with maroon, and I'm hoping we made the right choice. If not, it's Josh Brolin's fault. Now that power couple has an adorable kid, and I was totally gonna get him a jacket, but he's very into Five Nights at Freddy's and Fortnite, and so the jacket that I chose had one of those logos on it, but we didn't have rights to it. So we decided to just put that one on hold and go a different direction, and actually we ordered kind of a Letterman style jacket, and we're gonna embroider a logo on it. And I don't know that it's gonna be quite as cool, but it'll be made with love. Staying on my husband's side, we got Matt Damon. Matt Damon's a pretty awesome brother-in-law, and he can make anything. Like, his backyard is an entire tiki bar, and it rivals any bar out there, like in drinks and atmosphere. He burns the wood, carves everything, and he also has a pretty impressive job in his real life. He's also into mid-century modern. He loves clean lines, and he was a little bit difficult for me because he's just so fun. He is always up to surprise everyone. I wanted to do something really neat and custom. I kind of thought about doing a jacket that was teal and then put like his bar logo on the back, but I was worried it was gonna be too much. And so I actually, in the middle of kind of trying to decide all that, ended up finding this one, and there was something about it that was just really striking to me. And so that's the way I went, but this is one that I've got kind of like iffy feelings about. I don't know. I really hope that you love it, Matt Damon. So Matt Damon and his wife have two beautiful girls. Now, all three of the women in his life have incredibly unique styles. I totally respect them, but they're very different than my own. So I initially talked to him about what to do for them, but he suggested that I go ahead and called myself. We talked, and I really thought that this jacket would be perfect for her because it kind of coordinated with Matt Damon's, but she really said that she didn't need a jacket. If I was gonna do one for her, that she would recommend the black moto, and I kind of decided that I was just gonna go with a handbag instead because it was safer, but she did help me with her two girls. So my oldest, Hatsu is a senior in high school, which is crazy hard to believe. She's my oldest niece. She's super into pastel. She has an incredibly unique style, like things that I can't even imagine where you buy. She actually typically buys them from artisans online and orders things like that. There's a lot of pastels, a lot of really awesome textures, a lot of really awesome print. And so what I decided to do for her was go with a pink moto jacket. Now, I did have to pay extra for this because it's a custom order. There were several pink jackets. One was the collarless, which is totally not her style. And then there was another that's kind of a simple pink, but I really just thought that I liked the hard with the soft. I felt like that really kind of embodied Hatsu. So I decided to go custom with her. I really think that this is gonna be a good one. Her sister, Madonna, is a freshman in high school, which kind of like puts this awful pit down in my stomach because she's only 9 months older than my daughter. And like the material girl herself, I think she's gonna absolutely rock this white leather blazer. I've never seen anything quite like it, but I think it's gonna be awesome. She's able to pull very bold colors, lots of hardware, platform shoes, and just do really neat things with it. So I cannot wait to see how she styles this one. Now we're moving over to my side of the family. Ben Affleck is my oldest brother, the smartest person in the room, no matter which room. He and his family are the ones who live the furthest away, so we really only get to see them about twice a year, and he gives the absolute best hugs, and I cannot wait to get one on Christmas Day. They'll be here Christmas Day, and yeah, that's just gonna be like the best Christmas present ever. In his younger days, I would absolutely go with like the cool black leather jacket, but he's older now and older than me. And I really was drawn to this suede. I don't know what it is. It's funny because I chose it, and then my husband was looking through like the entire website and he chose it, and I decided it was a sign, and that's what we were doing. He's married to my sister-in-law, Julia Roberts, who I absolutely adore. So I really wish that y'all could meet her. She is like a true Southern belle. She has the most beautiful Mississippi accent, and she's just genuine and kind and loving. And I really just feel like we kind of grew up together. Ben Affleck and Julia Roberts started dating whenever we were all in college. And right after that, my parents moved out of state. And so we kind of clung together a little bit. I was very involved in their wedding. She was very involved in mine. We're not just like sisters-in-law. We're really very, very close friends as well. Anytime anything big happens, we're always on the phone. And as such, I ended up ordering the exact same jacket for her. Now, it's going to look a little bit different because she's like a US size 2. I'm not, but I cannot wait for our twinning pictures. And if she's okay with it going up, I'm going to end up showing you guys. Now, they've got 3 kids. Zoe Deschanel is a 6th grader. Oh my gosh, like saying these grades is making me crazy. These kids are growing up way too fast. So Zoe Deschanel is a dancer. She can sing. She's in like the multimedia club and she's hilarious. Her sister, Emma Watson, is also a dancer. They're both in a competitive dance school and they get to go around and compete. It's very cool. So she also dances. She is whip smart. And I decided to get both of these girls the black moto jackets. I didn't do any kind of customization here. And I really hope that that's going to work out because this is kind of a fingers crossed situation because I'm worried that little Emma Watson's arms might be a little bit too short. We will see. Now their brother, Lionel Messi, is an accomplished soccer player, naturally. We decided to go a different way with him this Christmas, as I don't think a leather jacket is something that he wants right now. And that's okay. Whew, we are getting so close, I promise, I hope. Okay, so I've got another brother, Brad Pitt, naturally, who's married to Zendaya. He's the only one who had a say in who his avatars were, but looking good. So he is one of my closest friends. We live like 20 houses down the street from each other. We work with each other, and he and his wife decided that they did not want a jacket. And I found them some other great stuff for Christmas, but I didn't want them to miss out on the family picture. They have 2 adorable children who will also need to make it in, and they're the babies of our family. Oh, I almost forgot about my immediate people. Okay, so my daughter, Jennifer Gray, Dirty Dancing era, is now 13. I would love to get her something stylish and feminine or like stylish and edgy, but she is nothing if not practical. One place where practicality really comes in with this chickadee is pockets. Like pockets are her love language. If she could hold her headphones, a gaming system, her cell phone, and a sketchbook, life is good. So I ended up going with this one, which is fine. I decided to do it in black, and she is obsessed with a cartoon character called Danny Phantom. I'm trying to talk quieter because she's upstairs and I'm afraid she's listening. So I have this put on the back, and I think she's going to love it. To my main man, the love of my life, my main squeeze. He is maybe Eddie Redmayne. Like that's who, I don't know if you've seen like Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Like that's totally him. But on special occasions, he can be Richard Armitage or Matthew McFadden. Basically like anything that's putting him in a cravat, I'm there for. So he decided that he did not want one. He helped me with like the whole process. But last year I ended up getting a custom jacket made, which is why whenever this company reached out, I decided that I wanted to do it for the whole family. And he wanted one that was like Rocket Man, the Rocket Man, I don't know, he's a superhero. We did that one and he loves it, so we're not ordering another. There is one here that I could have found that would like that, but there's no reason to have 2. So Richard, Eddie, Matthew, whatever you want to call him, he's taken care of. I hope that you enjoyed this really silly, fun video. If you're interested in the Jacket Maker, I've got a coupon code. It's big on Style 10. It does give me a commission if you use it. I appreciate you letting me share my family with you, and I truly appreciate you watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, all those things. And so I decided to put together this little Christmas card of all my people. You know what? I decided I'm gonna be Kelly Clarkson. So from my family to yours, a very Merry Christmas. I will see you in the next one.